Welcome book lovers to Creatives on the Couch, presented by ASJ Publishing. I'm your host, Christine Madaffrey, and today I'm speaking with Maya Tal, who is a bit of a polymath, a Renaissance lady who writes, performs, sings. First of all, Maya, just let me get this straight. Is there anything you don't do?
Cook. Can't be awesome at everything.
Me also.
That's what I tell the boys anyway.
Well, welcome to the couch, Maya, and it's just amazing that you do so much. So it's really hard to know where to start. But
yes,
some
trying to
one
do with
day,
his brain is really entertaining upstairs. Let me assure you.
at some point, you decided you were a creative little girl, was it? Or
I've always been creative. It's
Right.
just unfortunately I was also very academic, and I would say too academic for my own good. So I ended up in the corporate vortex, I call it.
Oh, right. Did I forget to mention she is also a corporate lawyer, but that's just by the by.
Don't tell them.
And has her own band, Saucy Morsel. But there's just so much I could say. So tell us a bit about yourself, how your creativity came to the fore.
It's always been a battle for me between who I really am and what. Just because you can do something and you can do it very well doesn't mean you should be doing it.
Exactly.
And,
just because you got the
exactly. And it
marks
came to that
to
point where
law
it was like,
school.
what's more important, time or money? Time or money? And it's, I think it's quite ironic because it's the people that end up spending their entire life planning for a comfortable retirement. They end up, meeting their deathbed having not lived at all.
Yes.
So that's the irony of that. And I just thought, no, I've got to live this moment as if it were my last. Yeah, so, and then I just said, see you later, corporate world, and I don't know, next thing I know, I'm in Cairns with snakes on me, I don't know. Finishing a screenplay, running another one, it's a living screenplay, then it's a screenplay in a timeline. We're inventing hashtag rhymes, have a Facebook crack team watching me, because they don't like it when they're no longer the product. Well, you're no longer the product, they are.
Yes.
So I don't even know what's going on, to be honest.
Yes.
I've just been left to my own devices, and this is what's happened.
So
I'm scared.
So you left the corporate law world,
I'm on a career break. Not sure if
you'll ever go back. I mean,
Yeah.
that option's always open because
Oh well, yeah. But I'll never work for anyone else. That promise I have made myself.
Right. I can just imagine your parents saying, "Wow, she got the marks to get into law." And you did, and you got your law degree, and then you turned to them, and how old were you when you turned to them and said, well, I'm leaving law now to become, I'm not really sure.
It's been an on and off thing.
Okay.
So the last time was about 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you flirt with the law, but...
Oh, well, I've been sort of going back and forth, and I just got to the point where I said, right, actually went back and had a conversation with myself from 2012, because I remember being at that point where I just went, no, I'm actually going to live life as opposed to just exist.
So you're going to live it like today's your last day.
Like today's the last day, because it could be.
Well, that's the thing. That's an ancient Indian wisdom. They wake up,
I've sort of awakened it, because society is built on the premise that people are going to live forever.
Yeah.
Hence, they just keep chasing their own tail.
That's right. No one thinks they're going to die that day, but apparently Native American Indians always wake up and say, today is a good day to die.
Yeah.
Meaning, this is the only day I've got.
Exactly.
This is actually the only day I know I've got.
Exactly.
Because who knows? No one expects to go tomorrow.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
But somebody has to.
And it was quite interesting because sort of leading up to this, I did a professional acting course, and then I was auditioning for things, and I was like, the writing is dismal. And so I decided to write a short film, and it ended up actually being a regurgitation of my soul. And it's a dream, so it's as I'm writing it, in your dream, you're sort of talking to your higher self.
Yes.
Every aspect is your higher self. And then as I'm
That's
writing
so
it, I'm actually writing the dream, and I'm learning things about myself, from myself, to myself.
So your subconscious is basically cooperating in this, because I do believe the subconscious becomes very involved once you start writing, and I believe that also you wake up in the morning with your subconscious having sort of looked at what you've done, and because you've written it down, it sort of takes it seriously.
Yeah.
And things come back to you and amendments.
And I'm even figuring things out now, like, you know, just, you know, going through symbols and stuff. So I actually went back in my time and I realised, wow, this is all embedded subconsciously in me.
So
and
you're
I'm
looking to
connecting dots
Jung's
now.
archetypal, dream.
Exactly. And it's actually, the screenplay, it's called The Last Time. And it's about finding the will to live.
Wow. Tell us a little bit more about it. It's going to be made? Yes.
So we're going to production next year.
Wow.
So for the time being, I'm actually working on, as I just, before we went to live, I just told you, so one of the characters is actually a partner of mine's other woman. So I've literally become the other woman. Try to wrap your head around that.
Yeah.
And the things that she's telling me, I'm realising, I mean, it's me as my perception of her. It's just, you know, but it's all actually, there's no such thing as coincidence, and it's me speaking to myself through this character. Because I remember at the time, you know, years and years ago, meeting this woman and just hating her because that's what
she was
meant to do. She was the other woman.
Rival,
exactly,
yeah.
But thinking, my goodness, you're the most interesting person I've ever met. I'm going to write you into a screenplay. And
how spooky is that?
Yeah, and also getting to bring friends who had passed away back. So it's a dream. So it's and it's just blown me away. It's a message to myself from myself.
Wow. And it's a way of exploring your subconscious and maybe your collective unconscious as well.
Yes, and as a spoken word artist, I'm actually one thing that I'm always challenging myself, and one thing that I love doing at the moment is actually morphing into the two different characters.
Wow.
So I've actually the second screenplay is still going on, but I've written the end, and that's The Day the World Ended. But time is a spiral, so it's all going in reverse now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So
but The Day the World Ended, it was actually a conversation I had with a friend. And so and it was a conversation that really made me awaken even more so. And so I was recording this conversation as it was going, and he kept telling me to stop, but the words and the flow of it was so beautiful that, now I've performed it, and it's just, and then I'm like, why don't I do this with the entire film? You know, and waiting for it. I mean, it's my IP. I can do whatever I like.
Of course.
So so that's what I've been doing. Just working on just morphing into the two different characters, because it is a dream, and you can just sort of shoot it like that. Because it's actually because it's actually an aspect of yourself telling you in the dream. So
all parts in the dream are aspects of yourself, and we're going to ask you to morph into one of those characters after this commercial break. So we'll be back with you after these messages for some very interesting performances. Welcome back to Creatives on the Couch, and I'm speaking with a true Renaissance lady, Maya Tal, and now I'm going to, I hope it's okay, to ask you to do one of your performances from your screenplay. Which character would you like to do? Because this is quite a unique thing, and it's quite an opportunity for us.
So Frankie, Becoming Frankie is the second screenplay, and Frankie has found herself, the story is about a person, a lady, a character, maybe me, maybe not, who found herself in a situation where she was fighting 1,000 billion battles all at once, all had a common thread of slavery. So she just decided one day to just go turn the mirror onto the world. And what greater mirror is there than the internet itself?
Aha.
So, because truth is a defense to defamation.
Absolutely right.
So,
and truth is also the daughter of time. That's
it. But she also, she was so enraged at the world, at the state of things, and in a fit of rage, she wrote this poem, well, hashtag poetry, as my new genre that I've invented, which just links and links. It's a bottomless pit, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
So be ready. Are you ready, guys?
Okay. So this is called this is called Dark Side of the Monk. Hashtag warrior, justice joker, dark punk, badass monk. Mirror, mirror I am, Like what you see, a broken system, zero empathy, sheer brutality of the powers that be, on misery feed, in pursuit of greed. Just try put me in my place. Here to remind you, we all have a face. Do you even recall what it's like to have a soul? Hot tip corporate chip, ready for the flip? It's only an illusion. You never had control. The higher you climb, the harder you fall. Society is a game, upholding status quo. But I can play too, and I'm way ahead of you. We've been cut into bits, though we are one. You hurt yourself when you wield the gun. For every giggle, there's a scar on my soul. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one law. Don't be a... Is it really that hard? Take only what's given. Walk in their shoes. Camera is rolling, aimed at your head for the world to see what you chose to be. It's been such a pleasure to give the game away. Truth is truth, so you don't have a say. Why so serious? It's just a movie after all. But best be prepared in case you fall.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Maya. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Really amazing. And it does make you think, do you recall what it was like to have a soul?
It's the powerful thing of saying to someone, if the cameras were rolling, would you be happy for the world to see who you really are? Would you stand behind every word? Because in my experience, not many people would.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So...
And that really cuts to the...
But when Frankie wrote those words, she was so enraged, she actually ended up learning the true meaning of Ouroboros, which is a serpent eating its own tail. Because if you're in such a fit of rage... You destroy yourself. You destroy yourself. So she had to reevaluate what her intention was. And it was about teaching the world about empathy. And, you know, actually not judging someone by the labels that society bestows, because you don't really know what a person has been through.
Exactly. Exactly so.
And it's about removing the mask and shattering the illusion that the powers of be, because they want to separate us down here. That makes them more powerful up there. And
there's an illusion of separation.
Absolutely. It's an illusion, exactly. And funnily enough, Maya means illusion, but it also means love and creation and magic and temptation and money. But
what a great name!
It's a good
name.
It
means all those things.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, so I am my name, and that's what I realised.
And you are all those things.
Yeah.
That was just amazing. Actually, it's
and that's
moving.
why the new EP is called She Knows.
She knows.
Because whenever you look up,
she knows.
whenever you actually look up the meaning of a name on Google, the first thing that comes up is She Knows. And so when I actually went deep, I knew what my name meant, but when I went really deep into it, She Knows. The power wielded by gods and demons, the supernatural power by which the universe becomes manifest, is what she said. And Frankie, funnily enough, means free one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Free one. So
that is.
I named her Freedom, so she would want for nothing.
And you named her that instinctively.
Yes, I did, yeah.
Which is, that's just amazing.
There's no such thing as coincidence.
Yeah. So, exactly. It makes you wonder.
That's why it's called She Knows.
She Knows.
Mm.
Well, that was just unbelievable. That's the first time an artist has actually performed on Creatives on the Couch. And I've got to say, I was just really so moved.
Thank you so much.
And you're a true actress, but you're also a true writer who's really trying to express the most intimate of truths.
Yeah, I mean, that's
your soul.
Exactly. Well, I mean, if I'm not authentic in the moment, then what's the point? And
you're right.
And that's what I realised. A true artist doesn't want to be valued. They want us to value each other.
Yes.
So it was a big kind of going through, you know, and I did it live in front of a live global audience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And what was the response like?
Oh, it's just been great because I just had, this is what I wanted to leave the world with, which was these few words. They'll never take away your lion's mane, true diamonds made in the pits of hell. Shine like a diamond, roll like a stone, never stay in one place for too long. Keep on marching towards the light that resides deep inside. Why does God never come? because you are one.
I love that. Why does God never come? Because you are one. What a message.
That's it.
And just so eloquently put. So you are a true writer, and maybe a true writer from many lives back by the sounds of it.
I feel like I've lived a billion lives.
Yeah, yeah, and a true performer.
Thank you so much.
Well, it just seems extraordinary, but you have also got a band as well, a music band.
Yeah.
Now, is your philosophy of writing, does that permeate the band, or are you
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I write from real experience, so it has to be something deeply embedded in me. I mean, one of my favourite sayings is, poems are like rainbows, they escape us quickly. And it was, you know, the ultimate battle between me and former band member, you know. It's the music, no, it's the words. It's the music, it's the words, because I'm a storyteller. So that's why people like Leonard Cohen passed away yesterday, true hero of mine, Rodriguez, storytellers, true storytellers that move people with their words, you know. So that's why I said to Leonard Cohen, and thanks for the words that you left behind. They gave me hope when I thought there was none.
So on that note, and also remembering Leonard Cohen, who is dear to us all, we're going to take a break and pause for these messages. Welcome back to Creatives on the Couch, and I'm speaking with Maya Tal, and Maya means so many things, and this Maya also means so many things and is quite extraordinary in her achievements. But just tell us a little bit about your music, Maya. The band is Saucy Morsel, but you've also got a new EP coming out.
Yes, so yeah, actually probably this time last year I didn't think I had a musical bone in my body, but I was with this guy who kept saying, I'm spending way too much time with you, I have to go work on music. So I said, okay, well, I'll start writing songs. Why not? And turns out I had a knack for it. So there you go.
So you've started a songwriting career just like that?
Yeah, and the modelling thing, I don't know how that happened anyway. Just sort of, I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
So with the songwriting career, how many songs?
How many? So we've
so
written
in one whole year,
Saucy Morsel, we wrote about, so there's about 3 or 4 out, and there's about 4 coming out.
Right.
So and then, but I'm working on a new, they've already been finished, so they're coming out when they come out. And at the moment I'm working on a new EP. It's to do with becoming Frankie. But one of the songs that I'm working on is called My Mistress. It's a duet with Steve Gilby from the church.
From the church.
Yeah,
wow.
And it was pretty funny because he read the song and he's like, this is amazing. And I said, do you want to, because he's an old friend, I said, would you like to, you know, sing it with me? And he said, are you serious? And I said, are you serious? What is going on here?
It's almost like more serious than a marriage. This would be more serious than a marriage proposal.
Yeah, so I was, very humbled. That
it's lovely.
He was so, he thought so much of the song. And it's a song about inner demons, which we all have them. So it's called My Mistress, and I'm looking forward to that coming out, because I think it's something, it's probably one of the most deeply embedded songs, you know,
it's come from a very deep place.
A very deep place.
Inside.
Yeah.
And for people to keep track of the details of when that's coming out, they should look on Saucy.
Well, basically, it's all going to come out on YouTube as a clip. So I've got my own channel. It's Frankie Hollywood, because somewhere along the line I managed to piss Hollywood off as well. Anyway.
And how did she do that?
I don't know. Don't you just love a troublemaker?
There's one in every country. But how did you piss off all of Hollywood, just out of interest? You know, it's got to be funny.
Well, just an extra's casting director. It's okay, I'm a lawyer. Guess what? Ain't your prop. You're the leftover. Motto's misleading. This is my screening. Mirror, mirror, irony. Blanche, Lana, Carmen, keep on shining like a crazy diamond. And I'll just leave it at that for now.
Shine on, you crazy diamond.
Just keep on
for
shining.
For you Pink Floyd fans. Yeah. A little salute to Pink Floyd. But
oh, yeah. Pink Floyd all the way.
Yeah. Yeah. So So having pissed off Hollywood, which is quite a huge achievement, and I'm sure many, many actors here would be, and writers.
It's okay because I'm a writer, so I'm
would envy you, would envy you that achievement.
Oh,
I wish we could all do that.
It's just a matter of treating everybody with respect. I would say that much.
Well,
and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. If you don't treat people with respect, you get the same.
What are you worth?
You get the mirror.
Yeah.
If it's all about integrity.
Yeah.
That's actually the message of becoming Frankie. You don't know who you're dealing with, so don't.
Don't.
You know, it's all just labels are just illusions. So don't treat someone differently because of some label that some person along the line has come up with, and you've bought into that theory. And you know, we're all the same.
So did someone? Yeah. And there are people who are in certain positions that believe they can patronise other people, which
Absolutely.
is so wrong.
But I always say, you know, keep underestimating me because it never works in my favour.
Yeah, it's probably a good way to look at it. But yeah, Hollywood can be brutal.
But I just don't like, you know, that attitude. I think people should just treat people with respect.
Absolutely, but that's not the place for it in Hollywood, is it?
Oh
really?
well, you know, a lot of things like everything else has become about money, not about art. You know, art.
Yeah,
and then that's even worse.
That's the cruel reality.
Commodifying art. I mean, where do you go from there?
Yeah,
and that's why when I write music, I always go back to the old stuff because it was untainted. Stuff was still sacred back then.
Yeah,
and people were still storytellers, and they still spoke from the heart.
Yes, and
so I wouldn't even know what's playing on.
Yeah,
I'm an old soul, so
yeah. So wow. So if we were to leave you on a desert island and you had one thing left to do, right? What would give you the greatest joy out of all the different things that you do, apart from like finding food and a hot shower? We'd all want to do that, but you know, if you could do one thing left, the hashtag poetry is amazing. Is that really taking off?
It's a bottomless pit. It's a bottomless pit.
Yeah.
Because at one point, I think. At one point, they relinquished my hash linking rights, so I had a little celebration about breaking the internet, and then they restored them straight away. And I'm like, nice to know you're watching so closely. I'll just speak to the source from now on, shall I?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll invoice you on Monday for making your day a little less boring. Who's next?
Yeah.
But it's it's I don't even know how that happened because it was sort of, you know, all unraveling, and now it's kind of unraveling in reverse. Everyone's trying to connect the dots in reverse, so it's pretty funny. What would happen if Maya was left alone with her brain for, I don't know, a couple of months or so?
What is the truth of what is the one message you'd like to give to kids out there or adults who are wanting to be performers or storytellers, which is really covering performance and writing, storytellers? What would be the best message you would give them?
I would say to them, don't be afraid to walk in solitude, because that's the only way that you're going to truly find your light, when you silence everything around you and just listen to yourself, because you already know everything that you need to know. It's all in here. Listen to your heart, because otherwise you're already dead.
That's such wise words. That's amazing.
Yep, and it took me a long time to get to that point. So yeah, speak from experience.
Yes, well, that's kind of the opposite place that you imagine when you think of corporate law. And I'm not dissing lawyers at all, because there's some fantastic lawyers, and there's some fantastic people in the corporate world, and there's some not so good artists. But you know, we that is really good advice.
Yeah, just listen to your heart, and if your heart tells you to be a corporate lawyer, be a corporate lawyer.
Yeah, because I mean, for some people that's the right path.
Yeah, exactly.
It just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean that's what you should do.
Absolutely. Do what makes you happy, because, this is actually the message right here. Don't let your grave be worth less. Don't let your life be worth than the grave you're buried in. That would be the message.
Yeah.
Yeah, make your life extraordinary, as Robin Williams would say.
Yeah. And how would you like to change the world? Because that's every time you speak to the world, you're trying to change it.
Yeah.
What is the change you'd most like to make?
just to tell people to listen to themselves, because I believe humanity is inherently good. It's just, you know, that we've been programmed a certain way, and it takes a long time to unlearn this projection. It's not reality. It's just a projection of, you know, a collective perception that serves only a minute section, so that enslavement can gain more traction.
Yeah, absolutely true.
Hashtag rhyme. I remember them.
Look, it's just been amazing talking to you and watching you perform and just hearing your ideas. And I'm certain we're going to hear a lot more from you. There's always rule breakers. And we look forward to it so much. And we look forward to your new EP and also to your films.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming. It's really been an eye-opener and just a wonderful experience for me. Thank you so much, Maya. Thank you. That was Creatives on the Couch with Maya Tal, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.